Act 3 of Doctor Faustus. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Tragical History of Doctor Faustus, by Christopher Marlowe, from the Quarto of 1604. Act 3. Scene 1. Enter Chorus.
Learned Faustus, to know the secrets of astronomy, graven in the book of Jove's high firmament, did mount himself to scale Olympus' top, being seated in a chariot burning bright, drawn by the strength of yoky dragons' necks. He now is gone to prove cosmography, and, as I guess, will first arrive at Rome, to see the Pope and manner of his court, and take some part of Holy Peter's feast, that to this day is highly solemnized.
Exit. Scene 2. Enter Faustus and Mephistophilis.
Having now, my good Mephistophilis, passed with delight the stately town of Trier, environed round with airy mountain tops, with walls of flint, and deep entrenched lakes, not to be won by any conquering prince. From Paris next, coasting the realm of France, we saw the river Main fall into Rhine, whose banks are set with groves of fruitful vines. Then up to Naples, rich Campania, whose buildings fair and gorgeous to the eye, the streets straight forth, and paved with finest brick. Quarter the town in 4 equivalents. There saw we learned Maro's golden tomb, the way he cut an English mile in length, thorough a rock of stone in one night's space. From thence to Venice, Padua, and the rest, in one of which a sumptuous temple stands, that threats the stars with her aspiring top. Thus hitherto hath Faustus spent his time. But tell me now, what resting place is this? Hast thou, as erst I did command, conducted me within the walls of Rome?
Faustus, I have. And, because we will not be unprovided, I have taken up his Holiness' privy chamber for our use.
I hope his Holiness will bid us welcome.
Tut, 'tis no matter, man. We'll be bold with his good cheer. And now, my Faustus, that thou mayst perceive what Rome containeth to delight thee with, know that this city stands upon 7 hills that underprop the groundwork of the same. Just through the midst runs flowing Tiber's stream, with winding banks that cut it in 2 parts, over the which 4 stately bridges lean, that make safe passage to each part of Rome. Upon the bridge called Ponte Angelo, erected is a castle passing strong, within whose walls such store of ordnance are, and double cannons framed of carved brass, as match the days within 1 complete year, besides the gates and high pyramids, which Julius Caesar brought from Africa.
Now, by the kingdoms of infernal rule, of Styx, of Acheron, and the fiery lake of ever-burning Phlegethon, I swear that I do long to see the monuments and situation of bright splendid Rome. Come, therefore, let's away.
Nay, Faustus, stay. I know you'd fain see the Pope, and take some part of Holy Peter's feast, where thou shalt see a troop of bald pate friars, whose summum bonum is in belly cheer.
Well, I'm content to compass then some sport, and by their folly make us merriment. Then charm me, that I may be invisible, to do what I please, unseen of any, whilst I stay in Rome.
Mephistophilis charms him. So, Faustus, now do what thou wilt, thou shalt not be discerned. Sound a sonnet. Enter the Pope and the Cardinal of Lorraine to the banquet, with friars attending.
My Lord of Lorraine, will it please you draw near?
Fall to, and the devil choke you, an you spare.
How now? Who's that which spake? Friars, look about.
Here's nobody, if it like your holiness.
My lord, here's a dainty dish was sent me from the Bishop of Milan.
I thank you, sir.
Snatches the dish.
How now? Who's that which snatched the meat from me? Will no man look? My lord, this dish was sent me from the Cardinal of Florence.
You say true, I'll have it.
Snatches the dish.
What, again? My lord, I'll drink to your grace.
I'll pledge your grace.
Snatches the cup.
My lord, it may be some ghost, newly crept out of purgatory, come to beg a pardon of your holiness.
It may be so. Friars, prepare a dirge to lay the fury of this ghost. Once again, my lord, fall to.
The Pope crosses himself.
What? Are you crossing of yourself? Well, use that trick no more, I would advise you.
The Pope crosses himself again.
Well, there's the second time. Aware the third. I give you fair warning.
The Pope crosses himself again, and Faustus hits him a box of the ear, and they all run away.
Come on, Mephistopheles, what shall we do?
Nay, I know not. We shall be cursed with bell, book, and candle.
How? Bell, book, and candle, candle, book, and bell, forward and backward to curse Faustus to hell. Anon you shall hear a hog grunt, a calf bleat, and an ass bray, because it is St. Peter's holiday.
Re-enter all the friars to sing the dirge.
Come, brethren, let's about our business with good devotion.
Cursed be that stole away his holiness meat from the table. Maledicat Dominus. Cursed be that struck his holiness a blow on the face. Maledicat Dominus. Cursed be that took Christ on the low blow on the gate. Maledicat Dominus. Cursed be that disturbeth our holy dirge. Maledicat Dominus. Cursed be that took away his holiness wine. Maledicat Dominus. Et omnes sancti. Amen.
Mephistopheles and Faustus beat the friars and fling fireworks among them, and so exeunt. Scene 3. Enter chorus.
When Faustus had with pleasure ta'en the view of rarest things, and royal courts of kings, he stayed his course, and so returned home, where such as bear his absence but with grief, I mean his friends and nearest companions, did gratulate his safety with kind words. And in their conference of what befell, touching his journey through the world and air, they put forth questions of astrology, which Faustus answered with such learned skill as they admired and wondered at his wit. Now is his fame spread forth in every land. Amongst the rest the Emperor is one, Carolus the Fifth, at whose palace now Faustus is feasted mongst his noblemen. What there he did in trial of his art, I leave untold. Your eyes shall see it performed.
Exit. Scene 4. Enter Robin, the ostler, with a book in his hand.
Oh, this is admirable! Here I have stolen one of Doctor Faustus' conjuring books, and i' faith I mean to search some circles for my own use. Now will I make all the maidens in our parish dance at my pleasure, stark naked before me, and so by that means I shall see more than e'er I felt or saw yet.
Enter Ralph, calling Robin.
Robin, prithee come away. There's a gentleman tarries to have his horse, and he would have his things rubbed and made clean. He keeps such a chaffing with my mistress about it, and she has sent me to look thee out. Prithee come away.
Keep out, Keep out, or else you are blown up. You are dismembered, Ralph. Keep out, for I am about a roaring piece of work.
Come, what dost thou do with that same book? Thou canst not read.
Yes, my master and mistress shall find that I can read. He for his forehead, she for her private study. She's born to bear with me, or else my art fails.
Why, Robin, what book is that?
What book? Why, the most intolerable book for conjuring that e'er was invented by any brimstone devil.
Canst thou conjure with it?
I can do all these things easily with it. First, I can make thee drunk with Ippocras at any tavern in Europe for nothing. That's one of my conjuring works.
Our master parson says that's nothing.
True, Ralph. And more, Ralph, if thou hast any mind to Nan Spit, our kitchen maid, then turn her and wind her to thine own use, as often as thou wilt, and at midnight.
Oh, brave Robin! Shall I have Nan Spit to mine own use? On that condition, I'll feed thy devil with horse bread as long as he lives. A free cost.
No more, sweet Ralph. Let's go and make clean our boots, which lie foul upon our hands, and then to our conjuring in the devil's name.
Exeunt. Enter Robin and Ralph with a silver goblet.
Come, Ralph, did I not tell thee we were for ever made by this Doctor Faustus book? Ecce signum. Here's a simple purchase for horsekeepers. Our horses shall eat no hay as long as this lasts.
But, Robin, here comes the Vintner.
Hush, I'll gull him supernaturally.
Enter Vintner.
Drawer, I hope all is paid. God be with you. Come, Ralph.
Soft, sir, a word with you. I must yet have a goblet paid from you ere you go.
I a goblet, Ralph? I a goblet? I scorn you, and you are but a I a goblet. Search me.
I mean so, sir, with your favour.
Searches Robin.
How say you now?
I must say somewhat to your fellow. You, sir.
Me, sir? Me, sir? Search your fill.
Vintner searches him.
Now, sir, you may be ashamed to burden honest men with a matter of truth.
Well, one of you hath this goblet about you.
You lie, drawer, 'tis afore me. Sirrah, you, I'll teach you to impeach honest men. Stand by, I'll scour you for a goblet. Stand aside, you had best. I charge you in the name of Beelzebub. Look to the goblet, Ralph.
What mean you, sirrah?
I'll tell you what I mean.
Reads from a book.
Sancto Bulorum Periphrasticon. Nay, I'll tickle you, Vintner. Look to the goblet, Ralph. Polypragmos Belzeborums Framanto Pacostifos Tosfu Mephistopheles but...
Enter Mephistopheles, sets squibs at their backs, and then exit. They run about.
Oh, Nomine Domini, what meanest thou, Robin? Thou hast no goblet.
Peccatum peccatorum, here's thy goblet, good Vintner.
Gives the goblet to Vintner, who exits.
Misericordia pro nobis! What shall I do? A good devil, forgive me now, and I'll never rob thy library more.
Re-enter Mephistopheles. Monarch of hell, under whose black survey great potentates do kneel with awful fear, upon whose altars 1,000 souls do lie, how am I vexed with these villains' charms! From Constantinople am I hither come, only for pleasure of these damned slaves.
How, from Constantinople? You have had a great journey. Will you take sixpence in your purse to pay for your supper, and be gone?
Well, villains, for your presumption, I transform thee into an ape, and thee into a dog, and so be gone. Exit.
Oh, into an ape! That's brave. I'll have fine sport with the boys. I'll get nuts and apples enow.
And I must be a dog.
I' faith, thy head will never be out of the pottage pot.
Exeunt. Scene 5. Enter Emperor, Faustus, and a knight with attendants.
Master Doctor Faustus, I have heard strange report of thy knowledge in the black art, how that none in my empire or in the whole world can compare with thee for the rare effects of magic. They say thou hast a familiar spirit, by whom thou canst accomplish what thou list. This, therefore, is my request, that thou let me see some proof of thy skill, that mine eyes may be witnesses to confirm what mine ears have heard reported. And here I swear to thee, by the honour of mine imperial crown, that whatever thou doest, thou shalt be no ways prejudiced or endamaged.
Aside.
I'faith, he looks much like a conjurer.
My gracious sovereign, though I must confess myself far inferior to the report men have published, and nothing answerable to the honour of your imperial majesty, yet, for that love and duty binds me thereunto, I am content to do whatsoever your majesty shall command me.
Then, Doctor Faustus, mark what I shall say. As I was sometime solitary set within my closet, sundry thoughts arose about the honour of mine ancestors, how they had won by prowess such exploits, got such riches, subdued so many kingdoms, as we that do succeed, or they that shall hereafter possess our throne, shall, I fear me, ne'er attain to that degree of high renown and great authority. Amongst which kings is Alexander the Great, chief spectacle of the world's preeminence, the bright shining of whose glorious acts lightens the world with his reflecting beams, as when I hear but motion made of him, it grieves my soul I never saw the man. If therefore thou, by cunning of thine art, canst raise this man from hollow vaults below, where lies entombed this famous conqueror, and bring with him his beauteous paramour, both in their right shapes, gesture, and attire they used to wear during their time of life, thou shalt both satisfy my just desire, and give me cause to praise thee whilst I live.
My gracious lord, I am ready to accomplish your request. So far forth as by art and power of my spirit I am able to perform.
Aside.
I'faith, that's just nothing at all.
But if it like your grace, it is not in my ability to present before your eyes the true substantial bodies of those two deceased princes, which long since are consumed to dust.
Aside.
I marry, Master Doctor. Now there's a sign of grace in you when you will confess the truth.
But such spirits as can lively resemble Alexander and his paramour shall appear before your grace, in that manner that they both lived in their most flourishing estate, which I doubt not shall sufficiently content your imperial majesty.
Go to, Master Doctor. Let me see them presently.
Do you hear, Master Doctor? You bring Alexander and his paramour before the emperor.
How then, sir?
I'faith, that's as true as Diana turned me to a stag.
No, sir. But when Actaeon died, he left the horns for you. Mephistophilis, be gone.
Exit Mephistophilis.
Nay, an you go to conjuring, I'll be gone.
Exit.
I'll meet with you anon for interrupting me so. Here they are, my gracious lord.
Re-enter Mephistophilis with spirits in the shape of Alexander and his paramour.
Master Doctor, I heard this lady, while she lived, had a wart or mole in her neck. How shall I know whether it be so or no?
Your highness may boldly go and see.
Sure, these are no spirits, but the true substantial bodies of those two deceased princes.
Exeunt spirits.
Wilt please your highness now to send for the knight that was so pleasant with me here of late?
One of you call him forth.
Exit attendant. Re-enter the knight with a pair of horns on his head.
How now, Sir Knight? Why, I thought thou hadst been a bachelor, but now I see thou hast a wife that not only gives thee horns, but makes thee wear them. Feel on thy head.
Thou damned wretch and execrable dog, bred in the concave of some monstrous rock, how darest thou thus abuse a gentleman? Villain, I say, undo what thou hast done.
Oh, not so fast, sir. There's no haste. But, good, are you remembered how you crossed me in my conference with the emperor? I think I have met with you for it.
Good Master Doctor, at my entreaty release him. He hath done penance sufficient.
My gracious lord, not so much for the injury he offered me here in your presence, as to delight you with some mirth, hath Faustus worthily requited this injurious knight, which, being all I desire, I am content to release him of his horns. And, Sir Knight, hereafter speak well of scholars. Mephistophilis, transform him straight.
Mephistophilis removes the horns.
Now, my good lord, having done my duty, I humbly take my leave.
Farewell, Master Doctor, yet ere you go, expect from me a bounteous reward.
Exeunt Emperor, Knight, and attendants. End of Act 3.